Okay, we're going to log in as an owner here in the test owner account. If I can remember the correct password. Success. Okay, you'll see that we've loaded a location in here. Currently, the location needs to be added in by the administrator at Bootcamp office. That doesn't mean that the owners are limited in the number of locations right now. It's just that's the way that the system is set up, and we probably will add a feature if the owners would like to be able to set up their own locations. Right now it just helps us to manage things a little better. And as we see, we've loaded or created Primo location. If you want to create a class, you can see you just go into your Bootcamp manager here. There are no classes currently, so let's go ahead and add one. And since we only have one location, that's the only one to choose from, but you can create a class from here for any of the locations you have. And we'll call it the Early Birds and Super Fun Camp. I like to call it a camp as opposed to a class. That's a whole marketing perception thing we can go into later. And we'll just say from Monday at what time we're going to do. Typically 5:30 to 6:30 a.m. Wednesday from 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. and from Friday from 5:30 a.m. to, obviously you can set it to whatever time you want. We'll just have a 3-day week class. We have a test owner or test instructor. So the owner can run the class himself, or if he's created some instructors, we'll just let Mr. Test Instructor run this class. And capacity, let's say 35 campers. And that just means that registration will stop so that we don't get over full on our classes on any given class. And you can go back and change this anytime if you want to open it to more registration. And the status means the class is available and it's currently active. When we say available, that means that it's going to show up as visible on your shopping cart page. So we're going to go ahead and save that class. Class has been added successfully, and now we see that we've got the Early Birds class in there now. And if we go to our profile, we can see our shopping cart page. The link is right here. And we've got Primo Location Bootcamp and Early Birds. Right now, obviously, that's the only selection. But as we add more classes, the clients or future clients, when they sign up online, will be able to select one of those based on the location that works best for them and the schedule they like. And then step 2 will be where they select their pricing option, and down the rest is their personal information, credit card information, and they can join there. If we go back, however, go into Manage Users, we can see that we've got our 2 different instructors. We can create a new instructor with this quick form where the instructor will have his own login. They'll have limited view. They won't see client emails, for example, for just protection of the business unless you want to give them a higher level of access there. And back in Bootcamp Manager, if we want to add some clients manually, we can do that as well. We just click on View Clients. Obviously, there are no clients in here right now, so we would just click on Add Client. Now we can register a new client from here, just filling out their information for the first time on the form. Or if we've had some prospects in the system or people that have become inactive after they were doing boot camp for a while, they would show up in this list as an inactive client. And then we would just go through and fill out all their information. We can even create a custom price point that's maybe different from what we've set up on the website for that particular client, and we can bill them monthly or one time. We can give them a no trial period, so it means it'll bill them immediately, or a 7-day trial, it'll bill them on the 7th day, or a 2-week trial, that'll bill them on the 14th day. And here we would just put in their Visa or MasterCard number, expiration date, CVV2 number. That way you get the best rate on your credit card transactions too, when you can put in that CVV2 number. And that would be it for adding a new client. If we go into settings from the account page and go over to price points, here's where we would create new price points that'll appear on our shopping cart page. Let's go ahead and just create one real quickly. This one is going to be recurring monthly, and we'll just call it early bird 3-day camp, and we'll say $197 per month, and great workout 3 days per week, or however you want to describe it. And then this means that it will show up on the shopping cart, and we just save that price point, successfully added. And then if we go back to our price points here, we see that one. And as well, when we go to our shopping cart page, you'll see if we refresh that, it should show up now as a price point. There we go. So we have our location and price point. And you can have as many locations or classes and as many price points as you want. So you might have like maybe a one-time payment, maybe 2-week trial for $50, something like that. And you can make that an option on here, and it will bill accordingly. So those are some of the basics for your owner. One other quick one worth pointing out is the megaphone, which is a great feature if you want to keep in touch, and of course you do, with your clients or instructors. You can select them by client, by active clients, inactive clients, or prospects, if you had any of those loaded in there, as well as classes. So right now we only have the early birds class, and this would send out a mass email to all of your people just within that class. Or maybe you only want to send something to your instructors. So you would select that instructor. You can hold down the shift key and select both of them, or your option key and select just one at a time. Or is it command? Depends on if you're a Mac or PC. We'll be adding some instructions in there too to make it a little easier. But anyway, great way to send out a message to all of your bootcamp clients, instructors, or other users. We'll get into later modules with the reporting and notifications. There's some of the basics for you right there.